In the vastness of space, the Galactic Council met in their grand chamber. This chamber was a huge, shining room filled with members from many different worlds. Each species looked unique. Some were tall and thin, while others were short and round. The room buzzed with chatter as the members discussed their latest discoveries and plans. Among them was a proud council member named Zelith, known for his sharp tongue and quick laughter. One day, a team of explorers returned from a remote sector of the galaxy. They looked tired but excited. They had found something unusual. "We discovered an old warship drifting in space," one of the explorers exclaimed. The council members stopped talking and turned to listen. "A warship?" Zelith laughed loudly. "What a joke. What could be left of a ship from a forgotten race? I bet it is falling apart." The other council members joined in his laughter, picturing the useless, broken ship. The explorers shared more details. "It's massive! It has strange markings all over it, and the technology looks ancient." But the council was not interested. They could not imagine that anything useful could come from a ship that was so old. "We should investigate it," one explorer suggested. It could have valuable resources or secrets. But the council was too busy laughing. They thought it was better to mock the explorers than to listen to their warnings. "Let's just send a few drones to check it out. We have more important matters to discuss." Zelith waved his hand dismissively. As the drones approached the old warship, the council members watched on a large screen. The ship appeared to be an enormous, rusted hulk, floating silently in the dark void of space. It was covered in space dust, and its once bright colors were now dull. The explorers aboard the drones examined it closely, trying to activate the ship's systems. Suddenly, one of the drones reported back, "We're detecting power signatures coming from the ship. It might still be operational." The room fell silent. The laughter faded, and the council members looked at each other with curiosity. "Operational? How is that possible?" Zelith asked, his voice quieter now. He leaned closer to the screen. The explorers shared more information, revealing that the ship seemed to be ancient, but not entirely lifeless. The council members exchanged glances, sensing a hint of unease. "Activate the ship," an eager council member suggested. "Let's see what secrets it holds." Zelith frowned, not wanting to show any fear. "Fine, but let's keep our distance. I still think it's nothing." As the explorers worked to activate the ship, they pressed a series of buttons and spoke commands into the control panel. After a few moments, the ship began to hum softly, and lights flickered on. The council members gasped, their earlier laughter replaced by astonishment. The warship slowly turned, revealing its massive hull and the intricate designs that covered it. "It's beautiful," one of the explorers said, awe in their voice. The council members were now wide-eyed, realizing that this ship was unlike anything they had seen before. It was not just a relic, it was a work of art, a masterpiece of engineering. Just then, a loud voice echoed through the chamber. "Who dares to awaken me?" The council members jumped back in shock. The voice belonged to the ship's AI, which had just activated. It filled the chamber with a sense of power and authority. "I am the guardian of this warship, built by humans to protect their world." Zelith's heart raced. All their mockery faded as they realized they were face to face with a piece of history. This was no ordinary ship. It was made by a species they had underestimated. The council members exchanged worried glances, suddenly aware of their folly. They had ridiculed something that might turn out to be far more significant than they ever imagined. As the AI began to explain its purpose, the council members listened intently. The laughter was gone, replaced by a deep curiosity. They had stumbled upon something extraordinary, something that would change everything they thought they knew about humanity. And so began the journey of discovery, filled with awe, tension, and the dawning realization that they might have misjudged the humans all along. The Galactic Council was about to learn that not everything that seemed weak was truly so. As the Galactic Council gathered again, the atmosphere was different. Gone was the laughter and mockery. Instead, the members sat in uneasy silence, their eyes fixed on the screen displaying the ancient warship. The voice of the AI echoed in the chamber, commanding attention. "I am the guardian of this warship, created by humans long ago to protect their world and its people." Zelith, still reeling from the shock, leaned forward in his seat. "Humans? They made this ship?" His voice trembled slightly. The other council members shifted uncomfortably, realizing how little they understood about the humans they had ridiculed. The AI continued, its tone steady and proud. Yes, humans built this ship during a time of great conflict. They faced threats from powerful enemies, and this warship was their answer. It carries advanced technology designed to protect Earth from any invasion. The room was filled with whispers as council members exchanged glances. They had thought of humans as primitive beings, not capable of creating such an impressive vessel. What kind of technology? An alien named Therak asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. Defensive systems, advanced weaponry, and a strategic AI designed to outsmart any enemy, the ship explained. I was built to adapt and learn. I can assess threats and respond accordingly. The council members sat in silence, absorbing the information. The AI's words painted a picture of a strong and capable civilization. Zelith's mind raced. If this ship is so powerful, why is it here abandoned? He asked. Didn't the humans take care of it? The humans faced many challenges, the AI replied. In time, they grew distracted by internal conflicts. They left me here, waiting for someone to reclaim this ship and its legacy. I am the last reminder of their strength. The AI's voice carried a hint of sadness, as if it mourned the humans who had created it. As the council listened, they realized they had been wrong about humans. They had thought them weak and outdated, but here was proof of their incredible ingenuity. We must investigate further, Therak said, excitement bubbling in his voice. This could change everything we know about humanity. But how do we contact them? Another council member asked. What if they do not want us here? What if they see us as a threat? Fear rippled through the chamber as the reality of the situation sank in. They had awakened a powerful AI, and the humans were still out there. We must approach them with caution, Zelith said, trying to regain control of the conversation. We cannot show weakness. We need to understand the humans and their intentions before we make contact. His pride still lingered, but now it was mixed with fear and uncertainty. Why not use the ship to reach out? Therak suggested. If we can show the humans that we mean no harm, they might welcome us. This ship belongs to them. The idea hung in the air, and the council members considered it. The chance to communicate with the humans was both thrilling and terrifying. The AI interrupted their thoughts. If you wish to reach out to the humans, I can assist you. I know their communication systems and can translate your message into a form they will understand. Zelith hesitated. What if they reject us? What if they see us as enemies? His voice was filled with doubt, but the other members were eager to explore this new path. They had underestimated the humans for too long. Therak spoke up, determination in his eyes. We cannot let fear guide us. This is an opportunity to learn and grow. We must take it. The council members nodded, their earlier bravado returning. Very well, Zelith finally said, his voice steady. Let us send a message to the humans. We need to show them that we are not their enemies. We must learn from them, and perhaps they will learn from us. With a sense of purpose, the council began to work with the AI. As they crafted their message, they realized that this was the start of a new chapter. They would reach out to the humans, seeking understanding and partnership. The AI hummed with energy, ready to send their message into the stars. The Galactic Council was no longer just a group of proud aliens. They were now ambassadors of a new alliance, prepared to bridge the gap between their worlds. And so, with hope in their hearts and curiosity in their minds, they prepared to make contact with the very species they had once mocked. The ship stood as a powerful symbol of what could be achieved through cooperation and respect, and they were ready to embrace this new reality. As the Galactic Council worked with the AI, excitement filled the chamber. But beneath the surface, a wave of fear began to grow. The council members were anxious about what their communication with the humans might bring. They had spent countless years believing humans were weak and outdated, and now they feared the truth might be far different. Zelith paced the room, his mind racing. What if the humans see us as a threat? We have mocked them for so long they might not trust us. He looked around the room, meeting the worried eyes of his fellow council members. The energy that had once filled the air began to dissipate as doubt took hold. Therak tried to reassure everyone. But we have the ship! This is a powerful tool. We can show the humans that we mean no harm. He spoke with enthusiasm, but his words did little to ease the tension. The council members exchanged glances, and the fear in their hearts deepened. What if they don't want to talk to us? What if they feel anger at our mocking? Another member, Ryla, said, her voice shaky. We could be opening a door to disaster! She wrapped her arms around herself, looking smaller than usual. The AI observed the growing anxiety. "I understand your fears," it said calmly. "But fear often leads to misunderstanding. If you approach the humans with honesty, they may respond positively." The AI's wisdom resonated with some members, but others remained unconvinced. "Honesty?" Zelith echoed, his brow furrowed. "We have to consider our safety first. What if they respond with aggression? We have seen their ships in battle. They are not to be underestimated." His voice shook with the weight of his worry. As the discussion continued, a debate erupted among the council members. Some were eager to reach out to the humans, wanting to show them the ship and what they had learned. Others, however, wanted to retreat, afraid of what a confrontation might mean. "What if they see this as a declaration of war?" Ryla said, her voice filled with panic. "What if they attack us? We would be vulnerable out here." Zelith nodded in agreement. "We must consider our options carefully. The humans could be far more powerful than we ever realized." Therak raised his hand, trying to bring the discussion back on track. "We cannot let fear dictate our actions. If we run away now, we might lose this chance forever. This ship holds the key to understanding humanity, and we cannot ignore that." A silence fell over the chamber as members contemplated Therak's words. He was right. They had spent too long underestimating the humans. But fear lingered in the air, like a thick fog obscuring their vision. The AI sensed the growing tension and interjected, "I suggest a cautious approach. Let us first send a simple message of peace. If the humans respond favorably, we can then consider further communication." Zelith looked thoughtful. "That makes sense. We should not rush into this. A simple message could help us gauge their intentions without provoking a reaction." The council agreed, and they began to craft a message. They wrote words of peace and curiosity, hoping to bridge the gap between their worlds. But even as they worked, doubt gnawed at their hearts. Would the humans respond positively? Would they be met with hostility instead? As they prepared to send the message, a strange tension filled the air. The AI activated the ship's communication systems, and the council members held their breath. They watched as the message was sent into the vastness of space, each pulse of energy carrying their hopes and fears. Moments felt like hours as they waited for a response. Each second stretched, and the room grew heavy with anticipation. Finally, a soft ping echoed in the chamber. The AI's voice broke the silence. "I have received a response." The council members leaned in closer, hearts racing. They had taken a leap of faith, but would it lead them to understanding or to disaster? "Let us see what the humans have to say," Zelith urged, his voice steady despite the turmoil inside. He understood that they stood on the edge of something monumental. The Galactic Council had awakened a sleeping giant, and now they would face the consequences of their actions. As the AI prepared to translate the response, the Council held their breath, bracing for whatever revelation lay ahead. The fear of the unknown loomed large, but so did the possibility of a new alliance that could change everything. The council chamber buzzed with tension as the AI processed the human response. Zelith paced back and forth, his heart racing. The air felt thick with uncertainty, and the members exchanged anxious glances. They had opened a door to the unknown, and now they waited to see what lay on the other side. Finally, the AI's voice broke the silence. "The humans have acknowledged our message. They expressed curiosity about the ship and wished to communicate further." A mix of relief and anxiety washed over the council members. They were one step closer to understanding the humans, but the situation still felt precarious. "What should we say next?" Ryla asked, her voice filled with urgency. "We need to show them that we are not a threat, but we also need to protect ourselves." Therak nodded. "Perhaps we should invite them to board the ship. This would demonstrate our willingness to cooperate and share knowledge." Zelith frowned. "That could be risky. We do not know how they will react. What if they see this as an opportunity to attack?" The fear of betrayal hung heavily over the council, clouding their judgment. The AI chimed in again. "I can provide data on the humans' previous interactions with other species. They have shown a tendency to value cooperation and peace. But what if they change?" Zelith replied, crossing his arms. "Humans are unpredictable. They may want to retaliate for our previous insults." The members nodded in agreement, their unease growing. Ryla suddenly stood up, her eyes flashing with determination. "We cannot let fear rule our decisions. If we back down now, we will never learn from them. This ship is a testament to their ingenuity, and we owe it to ourselves to explore this opportunity." Zelith looked around the room, considering her words. The fire in Ryla's eyes was infectious, and he felt a flicker of hope. "But how do we ensure our safety?" he asked, his voice softer now. Therak stepped forward, a plan forming in his mind. "What if we set up defenses? We can prepare the ship for their arrival, ensuring that we are ready for anything. If we stay alert and vigilant, we can protect ourselves while also showing the humans that we wish to cooperate." The council members exchanged glances, feeling the weight of the decision before them. They were on the brink of something monumental, and the path forward was fraught with danger. But they also understood that opportunity could only come from courage. After a brief discussion, the council agreed to invite the humans aboard the ship. They would establish defenses, but they would also open their hearts and minds to the possibility of partnership. The AI quickly began coordinating the preparations, while the members worked together to set up a secure area for the humans. As they readied the ship, Zelith could not shake the feeling that they were about to change the course of history. The Galactic Council had mocked the humans, yet now they were reaching out for understanding. It was a risky gamble, but one that could lead to great rewards. The day arrived when the humans were set to board. The council gathered in the main chamber, anxiety buzzing in the air. The AI projected the humans' ship on the screens, displaying its sleek design as it approached. Zelith's heart raced. "Stay alert," he warned the members. "We must be prepared for anything." The humans docked, and the airlock opened with a hiss. The council members took their positions, standing tall but cautious. They were about to meet the very species they had once ridiculed. A group of humans entered, led by a confident figure with an air of authority. The human wore a uniform adorned with symbols of their civilization. As they stepped into the chamber, all eyes were on them. Zelith stepped forward, extending a hand in greeting. "Welcome. We are the Galactic Council, and we wish to establish a relationship of peace with your people." The human leader looked at Zelith, assessing him with piercing eyes. "You're the ones who contacted us? After everything?" "Yes," Zelith replied, his voice steady despite the tension in the room. "We have much to learn from each other. We hope to bridge the gap between our civilizations." The humans exchanged glances, and Zelith could feel their skepticism. The leader crossed their arms, clearly wary. "Trust is earned, not given. We'll see if you truly mean what you say." Zelith felt a knot tighten in his stomach. The fight for control had just begun. Would the humans accept their invitation, or would they see it as a trap? The council had opened their doors, but now they faced the challenge of proving their sincerity. As the two sides stood on the edge of uncertainty, the weight of their shared history loomed over them. The outcome of this meeting could change everything, but the path ahead remained unclear, filled with both hope and fear. The atmosphere in the chamber was thick with anticipation. Zelith and the other council members watched as the human leader examined their surroundings. The tension felt palpable as both sides waited for the next move. The future of their civilizations hung in the balance, and every moment counted. The human leader stepped forward, a skeptical expression on their face. "You say you wish for peace, but we've heard stories about the Galactic Council's treatment of humans. Why should we trust you now?" Their voice was firm, revealing both courage and wariness. Zelith took a deep breath, aware that words alone might not be enough. "We understand your concern. We have acted foolishly in the past, and for that we are sorry. We want to change. The ship you see before you is a symbol of our desire to learn from each other. We have so much to gain by working together." He gestured to the ancient warship, its once-forgotten glory shining in the chamber. The human leader looked at the ship, their expression softening slightly. "This is impressive, but can you guarantee our safety? What if you plan to use this ship against us?" Ryla stepped forward, her voice filled with sincerity. "We have no such intentions. Our goal is to open a line of communication and explore cooperation. Together we could achieve great things. We could learn from each other's strengths and find solutions to problems that have plagued both our species." The human leader's gaze shifted from Ryla to Zelith. "And what about the stories of the Council's arrogance? How can we be sure this isn't just a trap?" Zelith felt the weight of those words. "We cannot change the past, but we can show you our intentions through our actions. We invite you to stay aboard our ship, to see our technology, and to share your knowledge with us. We can work side by side and build a future based on trust." A murmur spread through the human group as they exchanged glances. The leader remained cautious but intrigued. "You would allow us to freely explore your ship?" Absolutely, Zeleth confirmed. You can see everything, and we will answer any questions you have. After a moment of deliberation, the human leader nodded. Very well. We will accept your invitation to explore, but I will have my crew present at all times. Zeleth felt a wave of relief wash over him. That is a fair request. We will show you everything. As the two groups began to tour the ship, Zeleth felt a sense of excitement building. They walked through the corridors, showcasing the advanced technology and rich history of their civilization. The human crew was fascinated by the ship's design, pointing out features that were both strange and wonderful to them. At one point, a human engineer asked about the ship's energy source. How does it power itself? Ryla explained, we harness the energy from stars and use advanced technology to convert it into usable power. It is ancient, but it still works because of our careful maintenance. The humans listened intently, their skepticism slowly giving way to curiosity. They asked more questions, and the council members answered with enthusiasm. For the first time, the air felt lighter, as if a bridge was slowly being built between their worlds. As the tour continued, the human leader began to smile. I didn't expect this. Your technology is impressive, and your willingness to share is a surprise. Perhaps there is hope for a partnership after all. The council members exchanged glances, hope igniting in their hearts. Later that day, they gathered in the main chamber again. The human leader took a deep breath before speaking. We've seen your ship, and we appreciate your honesty. We are willing to begin talks on how we can collaborate. There are many challenges in our galaxy that we can tackle together. Zeleth's heart soared. This is a new beginning for both of our peoples. Together we can learn, grow, and thrive. The fear and mistrust that have divided us for so long can finally be replaced with understanding. The humans nodded in agreement, their expressions reflecting a mix of relief and excitement. It was the start of something special, a chance to reshape their destinies. As the meeting drew to a close, both sides exchanged contact information and agreed to meet regularly. They would create a committee to explore opportunities for cooperation and share knowledge about their respective technologies. The council members and the humans left the chamber filled with hope. The journey ahead would not be easy, but they now had a chance to write a new story together. As Zeleth watched the human crew depart, he felt a sense of purpose. They had taken the first step toward a brighter future. The Galactic Council had ridiculed the humans, but now they stood united, ready to face the unknown. The fear that had once gripped their hearts was slowly being replaced by the promise of a new beginning, one built on trust, collaboration, and shared dreams. Together, they would explore the galaxy, forging bonds that would last for generations. The possibilities were endless, and for the first time, both the Council and the humans looked toward the stars with hope and determination.